Okay, welcome back again for our fifth segment on this poetic prose from Rainer Maria Rilke. And we are at this point. Can you see the mark, CJ?
Yes.
Good. So we'll go from here down to the end of this paragraph right down here. Great. So let's read a little bit and please repeat with CJ as he repeats after me in order to get a feel for the flow of the sentence. Here we go. Anne blickte ihn an und sah die Sehnsucht, die in seinen Augen leuchtete. Everybody?
Anna blickte ihn an und sah die Sehnsucht, die in seinen Augen leuchtete.
Remember at the beginning of this reading in the very first segment, we looked at all the several prefixes. So up to here, where's the verb complex? Where's the verb, CJ?
Blickte
Blickte
an.
an. So blicke just means to look, but or to glance at someone. But anblickte means to look at or view someone. So okay, and then saw is obviously this, and this is the direct object, the Sehnsucht, the longing. And then what does D refer back to? What its antecedent?
Sehnsucht.
Yeah, it goes back to this, the feminine singular Sehnsucht, and this is serving as the subject in the relative clause. Who, or sorry, which, and then what's this verb mean?
Leuchtete, which shined.
Yeah,
or shone.
Yeah, so leuchten means to shine or to be bright, which, and then this longing, which shone in his eyes. This is the dative, the dative plural in seinen Augen. You know, the dative plural always has an N on the noun, but if the noun already has an N, in this case the plural of eyes, then you don't have to add another N, obviously. Okay, then going on. Sie senkte die Lider, wurde rot und hörte. Everybody?
Sie senkte die Lider, wurde rot und hörte.
You remember that oftentimes with German, they don't supply the possessive pronoun, so you could actually add these. These are the lids of her eyes. So she closed her eyelids, you could say. Wurde rot here indicated as blushed, literally became red, and listened. Okay, let's go on. Überhaupt, Sie sind mir verhasst. Gründlich verhasst. Go on.
Überhaupt, Sie sind mir verhasst, gründlich verhasst.
Okay, so this is literally, we'd say, above all, or generally, they are hated to me, or and the way that resolves itself is anyway, I hate them. I really hate them. We're wondering who these people are. Okay, then it goes on. Weißt du, wie sie mich ansehen, wenn ich von dir komme? Everybody?
Weißt du, wie sie mich ansehen, wenn ich von dir komme?
Sie sind lauter Misstrauen und Schadenfreude.
Sie sind lauter Misstrauen und Schadenfreude.
So you could probably pick this up. This is second person singular. Do you you know, and then so ansehen means what? CJ?
How they regard me?
Yeah. So sehen by itself means to look. Ansehen means to regard or how they view me. How they, and she's talking about those people, not yet named, how they regard me, direct accusative. And then go on. When I
come from you.
Yeah, and that means when I come from
after being with you and come home.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Good. Let's see. Let's just review this up from here, not to get too far ahead. You want to do the whole thing from Anna down to comma, CJ?
Sure.
And you should all be able to follow along and translate together. Go ahead.
So Anna looked at him and saw the longing, which shone in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
She sancta.
Well, sanken is actually.
She closed
mm-hmm,
the lids.
Mm-hmm.
Became red and listened.
Good. Very literally. Good. Keep going.
Anyway, or generally, they are hateful to me, or I hate them. Fundamentally, I hate them. You know how they regard me when I come from you.
Good. And then going on, Sie sind lauter, we did this already. So this is mistrust and Schadenfreude. And CJ pointed out that this is probably a term that Freud uses, this having or taking pleasure in someone's misery, Schadenfreude. Okay, so they are full of mistrust and this, and let's go on. Ich bin kein Kind mehr, everybody.
Ich bin kein Kind mehr.
Heute oder morgen, wenn ich was verdienen kann,
Heute oder morgen, wenn ich was verdienen kann,
gehen wir zusammen weit fort.
gehen wir zusammen weit fort.
Allen zum Trotz.
Allen zum Trotz.
Okay, so kein Kind mehr, no longer a child, when I am no longer a child. And this is abbreviation for heute. So heute is just the way that Rilke wants to write that word. Today or tomorrow, morgen, and then we want to keep translating that. So this means wenn can be when or if, and then since this is a subordinate clause, the helping verb comes before the main verb. I can earn. So go ahead. Start with Ich bin kein Kind mehr.
I am no longer a child. Today or tomorrow, when I can earn something, we will go, or let us go together far forth or far away.
Go ahead.
In spite of them all, it says.
Good.
All of them to the despite.
Despite everything, allen. Okay. Then she says, let's go on with this. Hast du mich lieb, everybody?
Hast du mich lieb?
Das Blasekind leuchte unbeschreiblich lieb, und Fritz küsste ihr die Fragen von den Lippen.
Das Blasekind lauschte unbeschreiblich lieb, und Fritz küsste ihr die Frage von den Lippen.
Okay, so literally this would mean, do you have me dear, or do you hold me dear? So hast, the directional accusative, the direct object is mich. Do you have me dear, or do you hold me dear? A sort of a way of saying in German, the very general, common way of saying, do you love me? Okay, and then the pale child listened, and he says, go ahead.
Indescribable love?
Yeah, I hold you dear undescribably. This is an adverb modifying how he holds her, or that in that sense. And then go on. When Fritz küsste ihr, where's the verb here?
Küsste.
Good. And what's the subject?
Fritz.
Good. And this is a past tense. So Fritz kissed. Now where's the direct object? That's a riddle here.
Die Frage.
Yeah. So can you kiss a question? Well, let's see. So he kissed the question, and then ihr is both dative to her or from her. So how would you translate that? How would you?
And Fritz kissed from her the question from her lips.
Exactly. Yeah. A great ending. All right. So let's see. Why don't you do the whole thing? Let's see. Where are we? Right from here. Anblickte. Do the whole thing together, just for the context.
Okay. So Anna looked at him and saw the longing which in his eyes shone. She closed her lids,
Her
blushed, her eyelids, yeah, blushed, and listened. Anyway, I hate them, or they're hateful to me. Fundamentally, I hate them. Do you know how they regard me when I come from you? They are full of mistrust and fear and pleasure in my misery. I am no longer a child. Today or tomorrow, when I can earn something, we will go together far away, in spite of them all. Do you love me, or do you have me, love? The pale child listened. Undescribably, I love you, or something like that.
Yeah.
And Fritz kissed from her the question from her lips.
Good. Great ending. Okay, thanks so much, CJ. This is a marvelous a series of segments of reading some of this poetic prose. I myself haven't read much from Rilke, but I certainly would look forward to reading more from Rilke and hope you all do too. So anyway, thanks so much for being with us and join us for another series later on. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye bye.